Well, good morning. We're back at Sargeant Bay, last day of April. And see, we're joined with this Anna's hummingbird. Feels like it's starting to warm up around here. Here's the red-winged blackbirds. There's one up here in this tree. Okay. See, we're buffering a bit already, so why don't we wander around here? We know we've got better signal. Can hear that common yellowthroat. Sounds like a towhee that's up there. Let's just wander on up. Through the bushes. Let's see if we can get a shot there. Spotted towhee. See if I can move this a little bit to get those branches out of the way. A few different calls of the spotted towhee. Okay. Hear that yellowthroat. Common yellowthroat's making a call back there. Let's just poke our heads in here and see. Okay, I think I got a glimpse of it, and it just went into these bushes right here. We'll just keep an eye on that for a minute or two. Okay, we'll keep our eyes open. Looks to me like there might be a couple back there. And another red-winged blackbird back here. Let's just take a look in this tree. I think I've seen a yellowthroat in here before. It's always good to look at where you've seen them before. Alright, we'll keep wandering, keep looking around. Take a quick glance out over the water. See if anything's in close enough for us to get a good look at. Quiet morning in the bay this morning. Looks like a loon way out there. Oh, I hear Hear a heron there. Looks to be the shape of a loon. Can't quite make out the details of it. But that might be one I can look at on my big screen later on in ID. If you happen to be watching the live stream and you've got a good look at it, feel free to comment if you think you know what it is. I've now had a few people that have been able to screen capture my feed and then use a program, say like Merlin ID, to ID it through the photo. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's amazing with all the new tech. The world is changing, including the birding world. But I find, use anything that makes it more enjoyable. Saw something dive into here. Nope, nothing jumping out. And let's see here. And alright, we probably got a few gulls on the rock here. Can't quite make out the wingtips there, but I'm thinking a Glaucous-winged Gull. Oh, I hear a little chirping behind me. You can hear that Yellowthroat calling again. Okay, let's speak out here. Go peek out back out here again one more time. Can hear one off to the right, common yellowthroat. There's just sparrows on the ground here. Let's just see. What do we got? There's your white crown sparrow. Another one. Another one. Another white crown sparrow. There's a golden crown sparrow. Oh, just had a hummingbird buzz by me. Got a glimpse of a bird. Flew up into the tree up here. Let's see. Oh, it sounds like a towhee. There's a few birds around here. Oh, chickadee? Yeah. Now we get two types of chickadees here, the black-capped, which this is, and the chestnut-back. There's a nice view of the black-cap. It's true that the birds like to flock together. This is a mixed flock. Oh, this one end, there's another spotted towhee. Bit of a clearer view this time. Vibrant red eye. It's a member of the Sparrow family. There, I could hear the black-capped chickadee singing. Oh, I think they just went off to the left there. Okay, well, let's just peek. There's your two white crown sparrows. Pretty easily recognizable this time of year. Okay. Well, it's nice of the birds to be at this end today, because it seems like this is the end we're going to have to be birding from, because it's the way that the cell service works in this bay. I've got good reception at this far end, and can't quite make it to the other end, but that's all right. See what we can find. Is that the red-winged blackbird that I hear chirping? Okay, we'll wander this way. Yeah, it definitely changes day by day. You can hear a squirrel. the water. Let's see. Oh, I got something. Alright, it's coming to land on the beach. Why don't we go track that one down and see if we can ID it? We'll see if we can run it into any other birds on the way. Oh, lost main camera. Let me just check here. Okay, main camera's back on. I think that's the red-winged blackbirds making that. Okay, we'll just keep wandering here. So as you can see, I have Merlin ID came up on the screen there when it had bumped my main camera and lose the input for a bit, and it puts Merlin ID full screen, but which I find is a pretty cool little app. You can't rely on it, but it definitely can help, especially someone like me who's trying to do too many things at once. Yeah, and so what it shows is the last 3 birds that it thinks it hears. You can see it hears those red-winged blackbirds. Let's see, there's one back there. Okay. I don't know if that was the finch that flew way overhead. That could have been our lone gull. Oh, there's one here. Glaucous-winged Gull. Okay. There, yeah. Merlin ID confirming that? Well, I don't know if it's a confirmation with Merlin ID, but sure helps narrow it down. Oh, what have we got in here? Stirred up a little sparrow, I think. Looks like it went to the other side. It's bleeding. I think I heard another call of the heron. Oh, so I'll keep my eyes open for that. Yeah, there's one just hiding in there. Oh, what do we got there? Looks like a common Merganser. Alright, well, that's good. Maybe it will bring some friends along. Now, if you've checked out my streams before, you might know that I'm aiming for, well, today's the last day of April, and so far on streams, we started April 10th. We've got 58 different species on stream so far. So, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to try to find 2 more today. Can hear that yellowthroat's being pretty vocal. Looks like a crow just jumped up from the beach there. American crow. Not a new species, but a new one for today. Okay. Okay, there's something at the top of this tree singing along. Let's see. A bit of a fork tail.
Good morning.
Good morning. Those 2 flew off. Maybe that was maybe a purple finch or a house finch. It's always good to scan the tops of the trees. It looks like it's coming a little closer. Here's some other crows calling. Okay. A quiet day in the bay. See that one loon like. Down it goes. Couple more crows down at the down in the water there. All right, well, let's just wander up here. Well, it says I still got a strong signal. Well, you know, I think as long as we don't go behind the leaves, might be able to wander down here a bit. And if it does start to buffer, I am monitoring it, and I'll do my best to get us back. If it is your first time watching, I do re-upload the full 1080p versions without any buffering. And I do my best to ID all the birds that I can, and I time code them. If you're into that kind of thing. Alright, well, last time I was down here, I happened to see a wood duck. Actually, two. Male and female. Oh, what's back there? Oh, I didn't get that good of a look. You know, could have been a mallard. Let's just zoom in here and see if there's any. Okay, I can see that one duck starting to come back out around the corner here. Let's see. See if you'd be kind enough to. Yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, the wonderful world of birding, the mysteries. Here, kingfisher. Okay, let's see. There, just touch down on the. Oh, took off. Okay, well, we'll keep an ear out for him. He went around that corner there. I think I missed it diving. But luckily, the kingfishers are quite vocal when they. All right, let's look back at this guy here. Or girl. That's pretty neat, it flying right at us there. Yeah, it's pretty. Looks like another what, red-winged blackbird there. Yeah, looks to me like a female one. That duck just flew. Yeah, there it goes. Well, we'll have to get out the book. I mean, I think that could have, most likely, was just a female mallard, but looked a little larger than a gadwall. Let's get flying around the tree tips and off to wherever the next little wetlands are. Oh, we're starting to buffer. Okay, we found the end zone. Okay. Well, we'll do our best. Do our best to find some birds and find some cell signal. For those interested in the tech side of things, you know, the live streaming is new for me, but I am doing my best. I'm using two different cell companies. I'm bonding the two signals together in a redundant mode, so it's sending it to both at the same time, in hopes to limit the buffering to as much as possible. So I'm working with, you know, two competing cell towers. What do we got? But I mean, this is a rural area. can see some crows in the far distance there at the back. Let's see what that was. Yellowthroat. Got a glimpse. Nice one. Very cool. What do we got here? White-crowned sparrow. Oh, it is springtime. Whoa! Pretty sure those were violet green swallows. And there's also lots of tree swallows in this area. I think I'd make everyone dizzy if I tried to follow those. Oh, it's cool they landed on the branch right there. They rarely land. Oh, I'm buffering. Okay, well, buffering a little bit. Well, there's a few more birds coming around. I'm starting to... Okay, so I think this is just a robin falling back and forth. But... You know, sometimes the birds you think are super common, you see all the time. It took me 6 episodes before, 6 live streams before I got my first robin. So I'm learning not to take any of the birds for granted. You know, it's always nice to try to get as many species as possible. I'm in no competition. I don't know if there's many others trying to live stream the birding. Let me know though if you do know of any other channels. I'd love to check them out. Oh, it was cool to get that glimpse of that yellowthroat. Okay, well I'm just gonna back up a bit just because I can tell we're just on the edge of a good signal, or a good enough signal. Let's see if we wander down to this side. Yeah, I can see it buffering a little bit. My apologies, doing my best. I have dropped the resolution about as low as I'm comfortable with, because we do want to be able to ID the birds. And so I've got it down to 540p, so half the resolution that I'll upload the full videos at, but still above standard definition. Still a broadcast quality. Pretty magnificent, the red-winged blackbirds. You could hear the loon call. Nice if it comes closer. So far the only loons that I've been able to capture on live stream have been the common loon. There's two others that are also around. What do we got on here? Another swallow. Yeah, you don't see them land that often. It's either a tree swallow or the violet green swallow, from what I can tell from this on my little LCD screen. Let's see, there, these are there. So is that a good enough look at home to get an ID if you've got your field guide from the front of a swallow? No, I think the white chest like that, probably a tree swallow. Okay, let's take a quick glance at the eagle's nest. Have we got any activity up there today? Such a cool spot for a nest. Any heads poking up? Hopefully one of the owners will come by today. Let's see, is this a robin on the ground here? Yeah. Okay. I'll just scan these trees real quick to see if we can possibly find the kingfisher that was around. They seem to like these arbutus trees. No, not that I can see. See some gull. Okay, let's see what that was. I know we're right on the edge, but would have been an interesting bird. Seemed to land right below this grass here. Or sorry, right behind it. Give it a sec in case something comes out. We can hear that loon calling, or at least I can. Not sure if my little mic's picking it up. I don't know if it's this one here that's making the calling. Okay. I see that Merlin's mostly hearing violet green swallows. Oh, there's that bird. Let's see. Oh, there's the eagle coming in. Oh, both of them. Here, I've got a shot of the nest. Are they feeding little ones? They sure seem quite interested in what's in the nest. Maybe they're watching the live stream. They're like, honey, they're filming the nest. Let's get back. And so that's who the two other viewers are. Well, if there's little ones, they're small. They do seem quite interested in what's down there. We're buffering. Okay. Well, stopped. I'm just right on the edge, pushing it. What do we got here? Oh, flew away. I think it was just another red-winged blackbird. Okay, I'll wander down closer to bear signal land. We'll keep an eye on those eagles. I'll try to stay up high here. High as possible. Get the antenna as high as possible. Using every little bit of bandwidth. Saw a sparrow dive into here. It might have just been a song sparrow, but that would be neat because we don't got one today. Great blue heron. That's pretty cool. Hello? Flowers are all coming into blossom. Yeah, it's a quieter morning. You hear the song sparrow. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, maybe there it is. Let's see. Yeah, just behind that. sec here. Let's just see if we can adjust and get a clearer view. There, song sparrow. Camera doesn't want to focus on it, but I'll play that game with it. Okay. Intimate shot. Red-winged Blackbird. Oh, I see a Rufous Hummingbird. Just same tree. Yeah, and there's the Rufous. A Rufous and a red-winged Blackbird sharing the same tree. Rufous is taken off. Glad I got it. That's the Yellowthroat. It kind of does the repetitive. Sure sounds like it's nearby. Wouldn't mind getting another nice look at the Yellowthroat. Oh, there it is. That was one of the coolest looking birds for sure. It's nice to be able to see it and hear it at the same time. Let's see if I can shift a little bit. Yeah, that's what we keep hearing. See, there's several back there. Probably at least 4. Very cool. Okay, well, let's wander around a little bit more. Oh, there's some nice looks at that yellowthroat. See Merlin ID saw a nuthatch earlier. And her orange-crowned warbler as well. And Blackbird. Hear that yellowthroat still singing away. Okay. Take a look back out over the water. This could be Western Glaucous hybrids. Looks like a darker tail. Well, it could just be a Glaucous too, but not a tail, sorry. Primary wing feathers that are above the tail. Just gonna do a scan of these treetops here. Yeah, I'm starting to learn the brown-headed cowbird call. Sounds very similar to the European starling, to me at least. Almost sounds like a artificial call. Very high-pitched, almost metallic. The brown-headed cowbirds are pretty cool. They, from a distance, look just like a blackbird, but if you get a camera on it or a lens or binoculars on it, you can make out on the males the distinct brown head. And I'm pretty sure they're a parasitic type bird where they will lay their eggs in other birds' nests and have other birds raise their young for them. In a few months, when the fledglings start happening, you might see like a warbler or a much smaller parent looking after a bigger bird. It'll be something maybe we could get on live stream. I'm just scanning the treetops, hoping that maybe a finch or something will make its presence. Oh. Swallow. Alright, we'll wander for a few more minutes here and getting near the end. Well, thank you for joining me for this bit of a slower day at the bay, but definitely got some nice looks at that yellowthroat. And it's been a spectacular April. I think this is the 12th stream. We're up to at least 58 different species. I must be averaging around, I don't know, 16, 17 different species per live stream. There's still more birds arriving here daily with the migrations. And the whole month of May is ready to come, which are a lot of birders' favorites. Let's see, there's a smaller gull down at the water there at the shoreline. Oh, a couple ducks in the water. Let's see. Can we find something new? Looks like we got our mallard back there. Okay, all those are kind of hidden. So we can get a decent look at this gull. So we're trying to look at leg color, markings on the bill, the color of its wingtips. Yeah, short-billed gull. Let's see. Is that a raven flying over? Yeah, that looks like a raven to me. Could be a crow, but we can get a little closer and see. let's wander that far in there before it starts buffering and see if maybe we can ID that corvid. Oh, I just saw oh, there's another great blue heron. I just saw one take off from one of the nearby trees. Yeah, there it is. You can hear it. And there's another one in the distance that's starting to fly towards. I'm not sure if they are nesting in this area. I haven't spotted any yet, but there sure are a lot of them around. Okay, looks like either the raven or there goes one of the eagles. Okay, let's see, we can probably get a better look at the gull now. And I know I'm right on the edge here of losing good cell signal, but it's like a female red-winged blackbird. And see if we can get a look at this gull here. Well, I'm sorry, I just saw someone commenting about the Yellowthroat having a beautiful call. It sure does. I appreciate the call. I'm sorry I haven't been monitoring those or the chat message. Makes my day to see those. Know that it's not just me talking to myself out here. Even though I'd still do it because I have a lot of fun. But I am trying to share. I'm trying to share this experience so I do appreciate any of the messages, good or bad. I know it's a work in progress and I want to make this most enjoyable for everybody, so if you have any tips or anything you'd like to see, you know, I can't quite create the birds, but I can do my best to capture what we are presented with. Well, the swallows are all sure making a racket. Yeah, I think the swallow would be those are a new bird. I wonder if we could get two different kinds. There's probably the tree and the violet green swallows. Merlin's saying that one flying overhead is the violet-green gull. They rarely land, so, or at least I rarely see them land. Make you dizzy trying to chase those. They do seem to be, I think there might be a cavity at the back of this tree. I'll do my best to stay in cell signal here. Let's see if we can get a better look. Yeah, there's quite a few holes. You can see the cavities, the holes in the tree that some might be. Okay, I can see it's buffering, so I won't stay here long. But those are potentially '59 and '60. What do we got there? Is that just another blackbird on the ground? These two gulls here. Looks a little longer than a bill than a short-billed gull. So maybe a ring-billed gull? I see that Merlin can't quite make its mind up about it either. More look at these gulls here. So we're looking at the wingtips, the bill, markings on the bill, the colors of the legs, and the colors of the eyes. And the size. You know, those are like a medium to small gull. They're out of here. Alright. We'll wander back, see if we can capture anything on the way back. Is there a little swallowhead in that bird box there? Yeah, look at that. Tree swallow. (19-8) being used. We've got eagle flying overhead. Okay, so see that swallow just took off. Maybe we can focus in on the box here for a sec and see if maybe we can get its whole it entering. Get a nice shot lined up and they all clear out. Okay, I can see it buffering, so I'll back up a bit here. Try to get some higher ground. Pushing the limits. Pushing the bandwidth limits. Alright, let's see. See that loon's there. Close enough for us to get an ID? Oh, just went down. There's a northern flicker that you can hear in the distance. And I see the red-breasted nuthatch keeps showing up, which is quite a unique like murmur call. I actually haven't heard it myself, but it doesn't mean it wasn't making the call. Can we make that loon out? Okay. Probably just a common loon. This is the gull that's nearby still. Alright, one last little jaunt. Again, if you've been watching, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Love to hear some feedback. What you guys like, what you don't. Oftentimes on feed I've done my posting to eBird while I've been doing it, so I don't know if that's the kind of cool thing that would be interesting to people, or is that just another distraction and should I be focusing on the birds and do the bird count after? I do think that there is an opportunity to work with the people at home with field books and a better view than I have. My the monitor on this little camera is just a little LCD screen. Doesn't do, I mean, it does well enough, but I'm surprised how much clearer the footage is when I get home. I'm just checking all these treetops. See if we can dig up one more bird, eh? Well, I think we'll end it on this blackbird today, the red-winged blackbird. Again, I appreciate you watching and enjoying this time with me. I know I enjoy it, so hopefully you do too as well. We'll see you shortly. Thanks again.